83 north again. Got a little distracted there. Now we're going to be heading home now, and hopefully you'll be able to take in a little of Boston again on our way back. One thing I did notice is kind of interesting when you live near the ocean. The temperature can change abruptly with the sea breeze coming in and off. That really does affect Boston a lot. When you go inland a little bit, it doesn't as much. But it's a little surprising how temperatures can go like from 80 down to like 65. I'm like, boom. I'm like, holy cow. How can you believe that? How cool it got so quick. As far as Boston versus Syracuse, well, obviously Syracuse is a lot cheaper. The job opportunities, well, specifically with me, I was able to get a great job here in metropolitan Boston and make more money. So, of course, I have to pay out more. I miss Syracuse. It's nothing against central New York. Hopefully you're getting a nice view there of the skyline. Back into the Big Dig. Hopefully we won't have any ceiling panels fall on us tonight. I'll tell you, I don't know what this is going to be like in another 10 years, but this was a fiasco. Good Lord. One thing that you folks back in central New York might laugh about is National Grid recently, a few years back, bought up the utility company here in metropolitan Boston. Little did they know that they were about ready to get. Now, you know, they're beginning to get like the crazy bills that you guys get back in central New York, because you know what it's all about with National Grid. All they want is money, more money. And they're beginning to feel it here in Boston. And, you know, as far as housing values, well, you know, the bubble really bursted here. I mean, the housing prices were just like crazy here, you know, like a house in central New York that would be like worth about $150,000 probably went for like $350,000, $400,000 here in this area, which, you know, was crazy. And of course no one could afford it, and there was a lot of foreclosures, and the price has gone down some, but prices are pretty still very much higher here. You get a lot more house in central New York than you would here in Boston for your money. Taxes are about the same, property taxes. Hope you're getting a good view of that bridge. That's the Zakim Bridge. That is pretty. You know, taxes are the same. You know, the cost of heating your home is the same. I would say transportation, if you own your own car in Massachusetts, metropolitan Boston, you're going to pay more than you would in central New York. So it's a reality. sports and everything else. I mean, you got a few more things to choose from here. There is a theater district here, which is pretty cool. I went to the Wang Theater in Boston, and it was just beautiful. I mean, wow. They've got some very historic places here in Boston, and it does blow you away. Let me just get straight and narrow. As far as the subway system here in Boston, it's very old. They've been having a few problems, but it can get you where you want to go. One thing I will tell you is, if you ever do come to Boston and you end up anywhere near, you know, the north side or the Back Bay, you know, you can actually get around by foot. You know, if you can walk a couple of miles, you're going to be fine. You know, you don't need to take all the subways and everything. On a beautiful day, you can really get around by foot. Downtown Boston is a walking town. It really is. But as far as getting around to the suburbs and everything, the trains and the subway will get you where you need to go. It's a pretty good network when it's working, which is most of the time. I'm just kidding. It is interesting that population-wise, the city of Boston only has about 600,000 people. The metropolitan area, about 4.5 million people. But as far as the continuous population, you know, spread, like you would figure, like an area of all of central New York has approximately 700,000 or 800,000 people. Anywhere from Manchester, New Hampshire, down to Providence, Rhode Island, out to Worcester, to Boston, you've got about 7.5 million people. And the population in that whole area, the whole metropolitan area, is probably increasing 10 to 20,000 people a year, which is really putting a strain on the highway system. The highway system isn't really any more extensive than the highway system in central New York. And I want to tell you, like, this road I'm on now, 93, is just wall-to-wall traffic during rush hour, going north and south. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's almost like LA or any other super large metropolitan area. There's just so many cars just flooding this highway. And of course, the other major highway is 95, which runs from Florida to Maine. When it comes through metropolitan Boston, it's called the 128, and that is just super busy too. When it's rush hour starts like about 5:30 in the morning and lasts anywhere to about 10 or 11, and then it just starts right in again about 2 o'clock in the afternoon to about 6. And if the weather's bad, it's all over. You know, it's you can just get stuck forever. I've been in a few jams. I was on the highway for 2 hours. I was literally falling asleep. Why the car would just be stopped for so long, and so it can get kind of crazy. But for the most part, metropolitan Boston is good. It's good. A lot of other places in the country are good too, and I know. And I do miss Syracuse. You almost fell off again. I told you, don't do that. And now we're on our way back to Andover, Massachusetts, and Lawrence, Massachusetts.